start? Okay. Yeah, maybe you can start. And in this class, we talk about the contract theory. And here's an overview. So outline is that, okay, we talk about the motivation, and then we talk about the contract theory. Contract theory has many types. The most important two types is called adverse selection and the moral hazard. Then we talk about the applications, how to utilize it. And first about the motivation, and first the traffic going up, exponentially, and they have different kind of Facebook, YouTube, smartphone, tablet, and user will have the access anywhere, any places. On the other hand, okay, this is the demand. This kind of wireless capacity will the surplus spectrum availability will become smaller and smaller. So the additional spectrum is a tool that can help relieve this kind of congestion. So we have this kind of, but on the other hand, we don't have this spectrum, so we have the spectrum crisis. And for the cell phone, this is number of users. This is a kind of overall capacity. Depending on the infrastructure, you have a cell phone capacity, cellular network capacity. And with the increase of number of users, it will saturate. Portable solution is that you use the Gupta-Kumar kind of solution. You have this kind of capacity scaling law, such that with a more number of users, according to the ad hoc capacity, it will going up. So that means the more users without infrastructure, and then you can use the D2D communication or some other cognitive radio, something like other technique, so that your performance can overcome this kind of cell capacity limited by the infrastructure. So basically, you can combine the cell phone with a heterogeneous network, and then you can improve the performance. So in this case, okay, you need kind of cooperation among the different entities, so that, for example, you can use this traffic offloading or the other things to combine everything together, and then to achieve this goal. So, but this one needs a cooperation. So here and also, okay, beyond that, they have dramatic growth on the location-based service. For example, there's a crowdsourcing for this kind of navigation or advertisement. In United States, okay, I'm trying to kind of search for the good restaurant, and I got a kind of a very good position of a faculty search committee chair. And the good thing, the major thing for me is to use my Yelp to find the best restaurant nearby, so that we can go there. I'm just joking. So on the Yelp, they have everybody you go to. Every time you go to the restaurant, you can have a comment for that, and then well, that kind of information will tell you, make your life more convenient. And the role. So basically, previously your smartphone is just a kind of data kind of demanding, and now the cell phone become a kind of sensor, and so that okay. The cell phone can also provide data. And so basically, it's a physical location-based service constrained by the adequate and the location of the data. And so basically, we can use the crowdsourcing. For example, when you travel on the highway, your cell phone has GPS, and your GPS will tell your speed. So your speed will give this kind of a Google or some service about the traffic information. And so the crowdsourcing is basically, okay, large group user regularly transmit their data embedded by sensor to the principal. And the principal, like a Google Map, will give you a kind of a popular app about traffic, about social network, and about sport. So here is this guy using MyReMe, using the Google Map. Okay. But the need of cooperation. So, sorry. So if some of the users turn off their sensor, it can save their kind of performance. And then how could you make sure that, okay, can turn off their sensor so that they can save their energy and they get the service free. So how could we make sure that, okay, this guy will perform their job? So this is basically, we need a motivation to ensure the cooperation. So in both traffic offloading and uploading process, the third party consuming the resources. So we need to basically, okay, the motivation to ensure cooperation, such as we can increase the network capacity and also collect adequate enough data. So we need to design the incentive mechanism such as we can ensure, we can give the reward to what they are doing and to make sure that they are doing their job. So here we talk about contract theory. So the contract theory is how to regulate monopoly with asymmetric information by introducing cooperation among the competitor. So for example, if I hire, basically it's asymmetric information. For example, I'm trying to hire the student, hire you, okay, guys. You know what I'm looking for. But on the other hand, I have no idea about what type of person you are. So this is an information asymmetric, right? So in order to overcome this information asymmetric is the story of the contract theory. So when you talk about contract theory, you are talking about asymmetric information. And then employer. So basically, okay, before I hire you, I don't know what's the situation. After I hire you, and then, okay, how could I know that you are really working or not? So this is also a kind of asymmetric information. And this is Sean Tiwa, okay, won the Nobel Prize in 2014 due to the contract theory. It's the most economy contract before consists of price cut for monopoly and preventing cooperation among competitors. And then basically, okay, Nobel Prize say that, okay, basically tell that, okay, the Nobel Prize for the real world economy, because in the real world, the information is always asymmetric. And then it's a great potential for the wireless network, and we talk about two things. And the hidden information problem, which is adversarial selection, and the hidden action problem, which is moral hazard. So we concentrate on these two. There are some other things, but which can be used in a specific scenario. But for your information, here we only talk about two types. So here we talk about two types: adversarial selection, and then we talk about static and repeated, and then we talk about the application. So what is the adversarial selection? Adversarial selection is before employment, before I hire you, and I want to hire the people. Before I hire you, your information is not I don't know your information. For example, when I try to select, when I try to hire you, what is your plan? And your answer is uniform. I want to be a professor. I want to do a good research. Yeah, because you know that, okay, for me, I want to publish, and then using the publish idea to get a new funding. So this is my objective. You want to align your objective to mine, so that I can hire you. But in the real case, no. The real plan is looking for a career alternative. There any intern? Samsung is hiring. And the secret plan is that, okay, you don't want to work, okay, you want to become baker, something like that. So basically, this is information asymmetric, right? So basically, okay, I don't know you. And another example for this one is that, okay, so how could you overcome this problem? So to overcome this problem, you try to design a contract which your student try to select such as, okay, it will fit them. So let's talk about this. I'll give you the example later. So for adversarial selection, asymmetric information is that, okay, relevant of the relevant characteristics of the employee are hidden from the employer. So I don't know what's your type. And distance of certain task, level of competence, I have no idea about it. But the preference and productive are private information of the employee and are unavailable to this one. And all the employees pretend to be very skillful. And I can do anything. So during the interview, you always say you can do everything, right? So the employee response to this one is called relevant principle. Oh, sorry. So employee want to offer multiple contracts, and different contract will be for the different level of the employee. And the employee will select the corresponding contract such as, okay, they will benefit. If select the other contract, they will not. So give an example. After I hired my student, I give my student two choices. And either you study a new theory, and then you work on the existing scenario. This is one type. Or you study our existing theory that in our group we know, I can teach you. Then you find a new scenario, new kind of application. And then this is dependent on your background. Some of the students have good mathematics background. They would prefer the first contract. Some of the students have this kind of better implementation, and then they will prefer the second contract. And I told my student, okay, you don't need to pretend which type you are, because you know, I don't know which type you are before you come. Maybe after 1 year I know, but before that I don't know. So what I can do, I give you two offers. You know yourself well. How good you are mathematics, how good you are programming, you know. And then you select the choice. If you are good at mathematics, you select the programming one, you will get screwed up. And vice versa, if you are good at programming but not good at mathematics, then you go to the theory part, you will get screwed up. Then you are a rational player, and you don't need to tell me that you're kind of, real type. But I give you two offers, then you select the one which fits your type. Because only select the one fits your type, you will be successful. Right? So this is how I hire the student. For this adversary selection, I give them multiple contracts, two contracts, which one you like. Right? So give this example, and let's calculate in some mathematics. So I have type. Suppose I have two types, low type and high type. You can have multiple types. Okay. And then I have information asymmetric. I have no idea which employee have this low type or high type. But maybe I know this percentage. If you don't know the percentage later, there are some kind of solution. You can estimate this percentage. Suppose I know this percentage, but I don't know who is high type, who is low type. And then we define a contract. So Q is the output from the employee. T is the salary paid to the employee. So basically, okay, you are skilled worker, unskilled worker, and basically we want to say this. And then, all right, okay. What we do is that, okay, for high type, I have the contract of it's a Q and a T. So basically, this is a Q is a product. So you can generate the product, and this is a kind of payment. So basically, okay, for employee, I have beta percentage of people who is a highly kind of effective. Then this is my payoff, their product, minus the payment I sent to them. Plus, this is I have one minus beta percentage, low confidence. And then, okay, this is the product they get, and this is the payment I have. So this is basically, okay, objective function for employee. And then I have an individual rationality. No matter for high confidence and low confidence, my payoff should be greater than 0. I will not work for you voluntarily, or that I want. This is a communist slogan. I want to devote my country for the rest of my life. How come? Right? That means you are not individual rationality. So your payment, you have to get payment. your payment should be greater than 0. So this is a game theory, okay. This is individual rationality. But the second thing is more important, called incentive compatible. So the whole contract theory is about this incentive compatible. This means if the high capable people select the high contract, it will get a payoff greater than if you select the low payoff. So if the high competent people find a job of low competent kind of a job, then the payoff will be less. And on the other hand, for low competent people, if they pretend that they are high competent, then okay, their payoff will be lower than this, you really do the low competent job. So basically, okay, I have the multiple contract. So if you are rational people, you are low competent, you are not pretend that you can do a the high competent job, because your payoff will be very low. Yeah, just like, okay, my student, if their mathematics is not good, they still pretend to be a good mathematic, and after 1 year, I realized that he got fired, right? So basically, this is the situation, right? So basically, they will not select this one. So this one, so comparison, so the nice thing about the contrast theory is that, okay, you can do whatever optimization, like previous resource allocation optimization, you can do it again. And after that, you add 2 constraints. One is individual rationality, basically, okay, your performance cannot be, this is typical. The other constraint is the incentive compatible. So after adding this incentive compatible, you can make sure that this kind of asymmetric information will be eliminated. So compared with the original problem, constraint optimization problem, you just add more constraint for IR and IC, and that's it. So that's reason, okay, for this contract theory, it's reasoning very hard in the sense that, okay, most of the work is constraint optimization. You just add a little bit more constraint, and then you can achieve this asymmetric information problem. Okay. And then you can have the multiple level or infinite level. So basically, this is just kind of a minor extension.
Sorry, I have a question. Maybe the answer for the question in the later slides, but in case I forget again. So we can see that if we add multiple constraints, right? In case that we have increasing number of type, then the number of constraints can be exponentially increased with respect to the
Linear increase. How many?
Just linear.
Just linear constraint. But one thing is that, okay, because you're adding the constraint, your feasible site becomes smaller, and then your optimal solution will drop. So in other words, okay, if you don't consider this asymmetric information, suppose everybody is a true gentleman, or true lady, say whatever the thing. I mean, they say whatever they say in the map. Suppose we have this harmonic word, and then you get some kind of optimized solution. This is a centralized solution. But because you're a human being, we are human being, okay? We are greedy and we are not good, okay? So when you add those one, the feasible site becomes smaller, so your objective function will drop. So you will have a performance loss due to this constraint to overcome the information asymmetry. So basically, this is cost for that. Okay. And to adding this one doesn't cost too much. And then you have one dimension one. So you have here we talk about multi-dimension. You have one dimension one. Employee to have the money for this employee with certain capacity. You have output, a seller and a buyer. This is a simple one. How about multiple objectives? Seller want to sell multiple different goods. A large supermarket want to sell multiple things together. And in this case, you can do a bundle things. So I can give you an example. So this one is suppose I have 4 types of users. Each have a 25%. And then I have 2 types of goods. There's a PlayStation 4, and this one is another good game. Okay, game. We can sell separately. and or we can sell into a bundle. And then those values are the value that A look at the first good, V1, what's the value he think. And A think V1 is value 90, and B think is at 80. If we sell separately, then in this case, we sell the profit of, we sell this kind of price of V1 and V2 at 80, so that AB will buy A1, CD will be buy V2, and the overall profit is 80. Average profit is 80, because everybody is 25%. On the other hand, let's talk about this bundle one. So suppose a bundle one, this is their value about this bundle, buy together. And then this is the value. If I sell at 100, and then everybody will buy, so basically, okay, the price, the over average profit is 100. On the other hand, sorry, if we sell in this way, we sell V1 at 90, V2 at 90, bundle with 120, and then after calculating, A and D will buy this V1 and V2 respectively, and B and C will buy this kind of V2 bundle together. And then after average, I found my expected payout is 105. So it's greater than anything. So basically here, okay, this one means okay. By starting contract theory, after starting contract theory, you can go to Wall Street or some kind of financial business to do this kind of very accurate accounting, so that you can calculate, okay, what is this thing. Or in the World Cup, for example, last month's World Cup, and what's the ratio if you say, okay, Germany will win. Germany was beaten by Korea, right? And so basically, how you calculate this one so that this gambler kind of company can make money. So this is also related to contract theory. So after starting contract theory, you can go to those companies to do this very detailed calculation. And such kind of accountant, knowing the contract theory, earn a lot of money. The average salary for this type of things is $300,000 per year in US. So this one is a highly paid things. Okay. Anyway, so and then another variation, you have one-to-many. So several contract parties have the private information, and the key concept is that okay, the difference with the bilateral contract is that the principal contract design problem is not controlled by a single agent problem. So design the game involves the strategic behavior of several agents interact with each other and predict how the game will play. So this contract can be combined with a non-cooperative game. And this one is highly related to the auction. So basically, okay, for this one-to-many kind of contracting, you can think of auction theory as a subset, of this auction, of the contract theory. Auction theory, we talked about this one yesterday. And then repeated contract. So basically, okay, for fixed one, the agent time is true once the remain fixed over time. So so basically, okay, we have seller, we have high price, and then the buyer, if he accepts it, then it's done. Otherwise, it's negotiation for the lower part and until it's get accepted. This is the bargaining that we talked about last time. And then, okay, the buyer will kind of try to guess the seller's kind of information, unwillingness to do that. But on the other hand, okay, for this changing type, the type are independent across a period. The things can change dramatically. So there's a new dependent on every time. So for example, for this contract, and so in other words, okay, this type can be, for different type might be changing. So in this case, okay, we need to design a new kind of a solution for this one. And for example, okay, a few years ago, a few years ago, the oil price is very low. And as you know, Houston is the oil capital of the world. And all the oil companies have the center in Houston. So at that time, a lot of layoffs. And I tried to talk with this oil company to get money because they really have a lot of money. And they say, no, we don't have. Until recently, the oil price going high. Trump is under administration, oil price going high. And then Houston become kind of revived. And also, in China, they now changing the heating during the winter from the coal to gas. So it will be much clean. So it's starting from last year. So this winter, in South Korea, you will experience less pollution from China, okay? Which is good, okay? And but then the liquid gas become a very hot booming because they burn gas, they need to make it liquid and then ship it to China. And then all this kind of infrastructure, need a lot of money. So basically this kind of price going quick a lot. So the Houston now is so, everybody hiring, okay. So basically, and then I try to talk with them about this kind of research, and then they give me a lot of money. And they don't even say, okay, kind of, it's really, okay, a lot. So I feel that, okay, you see, this is a kind of contract over the different time, they change their time. So basically, this is scenario. Okay, anyway, so this is some variation, but I think the key concept is clear. The second thing we talk about is moral hazard. So the moral hazard is after I employ you, how can you make sure that, okay, you are working? So moral hazard of my PhD student. So what is parents thinking they are doing? So as a matter of fact, they are doing trivial things from my point of view. Okay. And if I'm in Houston, yeah, they pretend to be work. And when I'm traveling, I'm sure they are partying. Yeah, you know that I have given you an example. And every day, 3 p.m., I leave my office and to pick up something. Okay, and then okay, one day I went to this. I go to my car. I forgot my laptop. I rush back to get my laptop. I enter the elevator, and all my students, 15 of them, squeeze into it. 305. Okay, so this is this is the thing. Okay, so the question is that, okay, how can I make sure that they're really working? And then my strategy look like this one. So in China, okay, they have the regulation. Say, okay, after 4 years or 5 years graduation, you need to have a 2 or 3 ICI cited journal. This is a regulation. And then this is a thing, but this is a poorly designed contract. In the sense that, okay, they are not working at the first 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Last year, they just very work hard. But my contract is the opposite. I say, after published 3 journals, you graduate. Then what's different? I put my student interest along with my interest. So my quickest student, 3 years, graduate. This Hong Wing, as a matter of fact, he can graduate in 2 years. 2 years, but because of the regulations, the coursework, he cannot finish. And he graduated in 3 years, and give me 9 journals. Yeah, he's very productive, right? So the thing is that, okay, my contract will design in this sense that, okay, you can, the harder the student effort and will have the same interest as my effort. If you graduate 1 year early, you can have much more opportunity, and they pay much more handsome than me, right? So by doing this, so the question is that after the difference for this moral hazard and this kind of adverse selection is that moral hazard is after employee, and how could I make sure my employee working? And because whether or not my employee working or not is asymmetric information to me. I cannot monitor my students there, right? So even though I'm trying to buy a machine, a robot, and on the robot I can put an iPad there, and then I can use my phone to control the iPad to walk around my office, to walk around my lab. But I still have to wake up at the middle of the night. It's too tough for me, right? So instead of doing that, I want to design a better contract so that, okay, even I'm leaving, they know that they are working for themselves. And for all my students, the first day I'm talking to my students, I said that, okay, I'm not your advisor, I'm not your boss, I'm your advisor. It's your PhD, not my PhD. Okay, you finish that task, you can go. And I give you a PhD degree, you find a good job, and so this is your job, not my job. Okay, so this is the kind of design contract. So for moral hazard, the asymmetric information, the employee action that's hidden from the employer. And whether it's work or not, how hard it works, how careful it is, I have no idea. And in contrast to the adversary selection, the information in asymmetry is after I hire them. And so employees, unlike the adversary selection, to choose a manual of contract, but a manual of action reward pair. So basically, employee typically responds to the moral hazard by rewarding good performance or punishment by layoff. Okay, so this is the basic thing. So how do we do that? So I have employee and I have employer. So I try, after hiring the employer try to give an effort, alpha. And this alpha, I will observe this alpha with a noise. Sometimes I don't know whether or not he's working or not. But I can know that, okay, I can know in the sense that, okay, each year for Glocom, Infocom, and ICC, do they catch it or not? Yeah, this is a kind of observation I can get, right? In the middle, whether or not you play hard or not, I don't care. I only care this deadline, whether or not I can catch it or not. And then this is your behavior. You can work in the last day, I don't care. But unlikely you can make it. And then where you put your effort, I really don't want to become a kind of like a slavery. I force you to work every day. I don't want to do that. I only see the observation. Okay. After observation, I will give a kind of reward package. So basically, this is the basic salary. And if you have a reward, I give you a kind of a better payoff. And so that, okay, you have better payoff. And then, okay, and so this is the payment. And then, okay, so the result is that, okay, objective function for employee, I want to design the basic salary. And then this S is depending on your employee, your payoff. So I want to design T and S. As a matter of fact, I don't design S. A is an employee kind of design. So I design T and S such that, okay, for user, the user will try to maximize its own utility. Lower capital is the employees in its one. So this T and S is given by the employee. This is a contract. And then I will have my kind of effort such that, okay, such that I maximize my payoff. And so this part is by the employee. And individual rationality basically means that, okay, I need to if I work, I need to have a better payoff. So this is individual rationality. So the story here is that, okay, for example, Huawei is, to be honest with you, okay, Huawei is a good company, even though you are very good, very hardworking. Okay, the matching theory guy, the last class who got employed by Huawei, and then okay, Huawei have this contract. Say, okay, I have your basic salary for PhD. Okay, it's 80K. My student got less 70 to 80K US dollar, which this means this T, which is not that much compared to US standard. But they give a kind of stock option as well as a bonus for each year. So it can up to, for stock option can up to 80K. For this kind of, bonus can up to 80K. So totally, okay, this S is huge. the gradient is large. So if you are working hard, you can earn a lot. So I went to China 2 weeks ago to give a lecture, and I talked with my student working in Huawei. Could we have a dinner or lunch together? We haven't seen each other for 2 years. My answer is no, I'm working very hard. Yeah, so that makes sense. I think Huawei is a good company. But on the other hand, from his social media, she's a lady, okay. And then before she graduation, down to the earth. After graduation, go to Huawei, I can see LV, I can see the Louis Vuitton, I can see this kind of all kind of luxury things. Huawei paid her well. Okay. Anyway, so basically this is it. So you can see that okay, we design a contract such as we motivate the employee to work hard, such as okay, such things will in turn optimize myself. So another similar example. The reason, if I ask my student, you need to work, and the student know that, okay, after graduation, the paper worth nothing, right? Nothing related to what I told my student at the first day I meet my student, the thing you work here, when you go to the company, nothing. But then when you want to work it, because I designed a contract for you. So if you work hard, your graduation is quicker, and then okay, your work hard, and then in turn will give me the benefit. So you will work hard. So this is basically align the employees' kind of interest with the employer's interest. Huawei did a good job. Okay. And one dimension versus a multi-dimension. So you have one dimension model is too abstract and capture the main feature of the user contribution. So for example, you have multiple objectives. So how could I do the multiple objective, multiple action, and for this one, and so reward is based on one aspect of performance will affect the overall performance. So if you only have the one aspect, then okay, you will have risk. So basically, introduce overwhelming focus on this one. For example, here in Asia, for entrance exam, you only have that exam. So in China, in South Korea, everybody have to work on this project, on this kind of exam before you go to the college. And then you don't worry about all the others, whether or not you are good accelerator or not, whether or not, all the other characters, they don't care. They only care your score on mathematics, on language, on this physics or something like that. So this will make the student overwhelmingly concentrate on this specific topic. On the other hand, okay, for United States, the admission, if your SAT is very high, it doesn't admit you to Harvard, MIT. The reason is that, okay, they look at your experience. So basically, you have to do the leadership, you have to do the sport. So basically, okay, in other words, you have to do the volunteer. So starting from the elementary school, you have to do a lot of kind of variety, especially for guy. And if you want to successful in United States, okay, you have to be very sporty, and all these kind of sport event before to write into your resume, such as you can go to this kind of good college. So in United States, for the admission, beyond for the score, SAT score, you have to work for many different things. That is a good thing. But the bad thing is that, okay, well, in the old time in China, when I was a student, and for the people who from the rural country, as long as they are kind of work hard, and they can go to Tsinghua, Beijing University. But now, okay, in Tsinghua and Beijing University, very few people come from this very poor family, because they, in addition to the score, they also care about some other things. But for the poor family, okay, they don't have such kind of resources to let this student to go to the sport. It costs a lot of money, right? And also after class curriculum, they need a lot of money. And for such kind of thing, the poor family cannot compete. They can only work on the score. But if you nowadays more and more kind of trend is that okay, beyond score, you concentrate on the other thing. So that's a trade-off for this. That's a trade-off for this. Anyway, so this is exam-oriented education. Okay. Anyway, so here we have if you have multi-dimensional one, then we can have the weight for the different task. And then for the different tasks, you have different reward, and then finally you have this one. So in addition, so you have previously this A and Q is kind of scalar, now it's a vector. And then, okay, we merge them together and get weighted, and then find your payoff. So that's the reason, okay, I need to rush back on Wednesday, because on Friday, we will have a faculty meeting. And in faculty meeting, each year, we fight for what? For this weight. So to evaluate the faculty teaching, some faculty have good for teaching, some are good for research, some good for the other things, but which one is more important? Which one you get the weight? So every fourth semester, the first Friday is a faculty meeting. We fight for this. So I go back to fight for the same, like, okay, for publication or research funding, we want to have more weight. For teaching, let's have a less weight. And so that, okay, I can be, for the salary increase, next year I can be more. Yeah, so basically I go back to fight for this. So basically this is a weight for the different objective, okay? Okay, and then there's a one-to-many in cooperative finance firm. The output is typically by a group of this competition. So the project is typical in the company. In pt study, it is your individual, independent thinking. But when you go to company, it's unlikely that you will work individually. So I told my student, okay, you have to become team working, able to communicate with the other. Because nowadays, you are just a small kind of part in a whole complicated machine. And in your company, everything, for example, how many people design the iPhone? Samsung, okay. And then they need a lot of engineers to work together. So you need to kind of teamwork. So you have try to cooperate to drive the incentive. And if you have a collision, then you try to kind of have auditing for that. So the question is that, okay, how to award a group of employees? So this project going, I mean, is successful. And then, okay, if you try to, so there's a problem of free riding. Okay, sorry, okay, I give you this example, free riding. Okay, in company, okay, later, okay, pay attention to this thing, okay. In company, you work very hard, and you do 99% of the project. Right before the project finish, your boss give you a teammate. What's the purpose of that? This teammate is basically the boss kind of buddy, right? They want to divide your credit. So this is a typical thing. Pay attention, okay? They are not kind of goodwill, okay? They are trying to do the free riding, okay? Outside, free riding, okay? Anyway, so pay attention to this one, and then you say no sometime, okay? They are not good people person, okay? So for absolute performance, it's hard to measure. It's very hard to measure. Even though I'm manager, okay, I have good people to finish the work. How could I know somebody works very hard, somebody is not working? It's hard to measure for that.
So I think if possible, you can give some excuses or some advices to respond to the boss, so that everybody happy, right? He's not so angry to.
Yeah.
If we straight away say no, looks like something will offend him.
Yeah, you can say that, okay, you can politely say that, okay, this one is almost, this project is almost finished, and almost finished, I can handle it well, and moreover, introducing this kind of new guys. Well, first I have to educate these guys, And second is the risk that there will be new arrow, new bars coming to it, such as we will make the things delay, such as, okay, the thing, I mean, the project is get delayed, then the upper manager will not be happy. So you give the threat back. Okay, sorry. This is nothing related to this course. Okay, I just give you, okay, if I were you, how would I do? Okay. Anyway. So if it's relative performance, if you consider the relative performance, then there's a problem. Okay, this basically is a socialism. Okay, you work hard, and it's relative performance. Then say in this sense, okay, if relative performance, I'm already better than the other, and than the average. Then why should I work harder, right? So basically, okay, relative performance will make you lose incentive. And then there's another problem about common shock. So when the rewarding are based on the absolute performance, then it's depending on the economy. For example, if it's economy upturn, now in Houston, if you work for the oil company, everybody get bonus, right? Because the economy is so good. But on the other hand, if a few years ago, nobody have the bonus because the economy is good. No matter how hard you're working, you got zero bonus, right? This is common shock. So negative means, okay, means a major error at so basically, so positive means, okay, the major error at the user's performance. So basically means, okay, your measurement, your measurement about this, whether or not your company makes profit or not, will not reflect how hard your employee work and how should you kind of pay for your employee. And this is like a kind of wind for the people in Australia. They know that, okay. In Sydney, they have a lot of kind of this kind of wind surfing. When you are kind of in the right direction, okay, everybody win. But the point is that, okay, how could you award them? Okay, then I will talk about this one. So basically, okay, in this common shock is unobservable to the both sides. So basically, we have this kind of tournament design. So when we want to have a tournament design, everybody is in the right wind, but still somebody will win, right? Even though everybody breaks the record, somebody very, very, very good, but I only reward I only reward this kind of winner, and then okay, so that okay, we reward the relevant performance and filter out this common shock problem. For example, for this running 100 meter running, and everybody breaks the world record, but still okay, there's a winner for that. And why this one is important? This is a tournament design. This is a contract theory with this one. And the tournament design is very important for contract in the sense that, okay, for the golf contract, and every time we see this kind of, the winner, the first winner got how many? $2 million. And the second one gets how much? $500,000. The third one got how much? And so on. So how could you design this kind of, this is the ranking, and how could you design this one? So you draw this one. This is ranking. This is the award. I have two reward systems. Okay. I have two reward systems, the red one and the blue one. And the blue one awards the top one very, very, very high. But for the rest, it's very poor. And this kind of blue one, the red one awards everybody almost equal. This one. So then there's a trade-off. For the blue one, the top player will come. because then a big bug. But the ranking, the second, the third one will not come because they get nothing, almost. Only the winner gets. So they are not happy. So your tournament only attracts the top one. For the top 2, top 3, they are not coming. The competition is low. On the other hand, if you have this red one, then everybody come, but top 1 will not come, right? So the question is that, okay, how can you carefully design the score such that everybody will come? And this is the contract theory. This is the contract theory. So that's the reason, okay, another reason for contract theory, people will also kind of, this is a very careful design. And you design correctly, and everybody will come, right? So basically, this is a tournament. And those tournaments can get rid of this common shock. Because, okay, I mean, if you are against wind or this kind of, with the wind, doesn't matter, right? Because it's a relative position. Okay, repeating contract. So interaction of the two effects on this repeating, okay, for example, for a PhD student is not that hard work, to be honest. Very honest with you, okay. When you become a postdoc and assistant professor, you work basically 80 hours per week. 80 hours per week. And then okay, this because this assistant professor, you have a 3 year or 6 years contract. And after contract, they will see whether or not you get tenure or not. And after getting tenure, you become very slow. So this is basically okay. This is because your contract is not designed well. You only care about this part, and they don't care about the rest. And in China, they designed the contract in a very better way. So after this one, every 5 years, you have some title. Every 5 years until you die. So basically, I see those people working at college, and then for that one. So basically, okay, this is a repeated contract. Okay.
So the based on my observation in China, they also follow like assistant professor, associate professor. How come? What is the difference for the contract?
I think they also follow this one, but after that they have some title. I mean, they will kind of the how to translate it. But anyway, there are some title for that.
But the title is only like the salary or also setting for the long-term contract.
Yeah, for salary, for student, and all these type of things. So beyond full professor, in China, not like the Western culture, to become an assistant professor is very difficult. In US, in the Western world. In China, assistant professor is relatively easy to get. But after that, okay, it's a long way to go. Yeah, associate professor, full professor. You know that this Yan Ru Zhang, who finished this one, who finished this work 2 years. He graduated 2 years ago, and went to Hong Kong for 2 years postdoc, and now go back to China as a full professor. As a full professor.
The lady for contract theory.
Yeah. After 2 years graduation, go back to China as a full professor. But don't smile, okay? After that, that's a long way. I will smile, okay? I'm already done, okay? So for her, after that, every 5 years, there's a contract. Anyway, so she will enjoy it. Okay, anyway, so this is basically a repeating contract, okay? And then let's talk about some kind of example, and let's talk about device-to-device as an adversarial selection first. Okay, so for user kind of equipment transmit directly to this directly to the license band under the control of the base station, and when the traffic can be offloaded, and the popular content can be requested more, and the base station serving the different users. So basically it means, okay, the D2D can offloading the traffic for the base station. And for example, okay, 1 month ago I teaching this kind of the big data courses, which I taught last year here. Very unfortunately, it's in the World Cup time. And I can see my student, every student with a phone or iPad in front of them, doing the video streaming, watching the World Cup while listening to me. And good thing is that, okay, I asked our administration to turn off the Wi-Fi. And then, okay, everybody go to the cell phone, still doing the video streaming. How come? And then the base station got very congested. So what they can do is that, okay, they can use one user close to the window to do the video streaming, and use the D2D to have the low D2D line to broadcast. So that, okay, they do the offloading, and then base station only have one streaming done. And then that guy have the D2D kind of local broadcast, so everybody can watch the World Cup instead of me, right? And then by doing this kind of offloading can be better. But how about that guy? That guy not only have to download their own, have to broadcast, waste a lot of resources. How could you make sure this guy is working and working for that? So this guy is asymmetric information. Okay. Advice 3. So the base station prefers user with high preference, and the user will attempt to get the reward by claiming that you can do the work, but actually they are not doing the work, and the base station might not know. So adversary selection can overcome this problem by offering different contracts with a different type of user. So with a different award. So basically, okay, we have a contract with a different type of theta, and with a different reward, and this one. And then for D2D user, well, for base station, they have the reward, the data offloading minus this kind of reward that they get. And then they have a different type. And then for the user, they get this kind of reward minus the effort they need to do. Sorry. Okay. So, and after that, we design the network. And here is a simulation result. And here we have a 20 type. And then this is a type 5, type 10, with type 15 reward. And then you can see that, okay, if type 5 claim is type 5, then the performance is better than it's claiming to the other type. So this guy will only claim type 5, truthful review, and so is type 10 and type 15. So this, for contract theory, you need to show this figure to show that incentive convertible. So this guy really say what he's doing. And this curve shows that, okay, this is a centralized information, suppose everybody is good guy. This is some kind of victim algorithm, and this is your performance. So for the reason why you have the performance gap is because you add the additional incentive compatible and the individual rationality constraint into your problem, so that, okay, your feasible size becomes smaller, so your performance drop. So, but this is a penalty because you cannot assume that everybody say the truth, right? So this is the thing. Okay. And this is the first thing. And the second thing is called mobile crowdsourcing. And so for mobile crowdsourcing, we have a different user continue to upload their kind of location information. So if it's shut down, then it will be better. I mean, better for the employee, such as they can save the energy. And then how could we this kind of adopt this kind of contract theory to make sure that they are working? So basically, this is user effort, and then we have an observation. This user effort will cause the energy consumption with a quadratic form. This is quadratic form. And then we have this kind of observation from the user's kind of effort, which is noisy. We add some noise for that. And then we design the payout function as a t plus this kind of observation with t. So as a t and n we can design such as award this user's effort. Sorry. It's not working? Okay, computer stuck? And then the utility for each wording, we use this kind of exponential form. And then we try to design this one so we get a kind of optimal solution for that. So basically, we can get a closed form solution on what is the design for this Iceland G. Sorry, okay. I don't know what happens on my computer. Oh, hold on. So basically, we designed this award for the different users. And then we introduce this kind of tournament one. So basically, this is an award for this kind of ranking. So you get a sensor, you give me some information, I rank it, whether or not it's useful or not. And if useful, I will give you a higher reward. And otherwise, I give you a lower reward. And then, okay, so basically, okay, I want to design this slope such that, okay, people have the incentive. So this paper gives this kind of incentive such that, okay, this slope is optimal, such that, okay, the people will want to become a kind of, the device want to become kind of, have the incentive to report this cross-sorting event such that they can get higher award. On the other hand, I don't want to have this kind of award for everybody, like a communist. Okay, so that if everybody has the award, then everybody has the incentive to kind of to not. If I know that okay, my reward is fixed, then I would not play well. I would try to lie. On the other hand, if I design this way, just like so. This one is look like, okay, this kind of lottery. Why you want to buy lottery? You know most of the time you are losing, right? But because they are high payoff, and then you want to risk to buy the lottery. So basically, okay, you see the lottery, you see, okay, why you sometimes earn millions of dollars, and sometimes you earn $10, something like. How can you design this slope such that the people want to participate? Is what we optimize here. And here we use the mathematics to get the optimal solution for this weight. Such as the performance is better. Okay, so this is the thing. And finally, we talk about cognitive radio. Oh, by the way, for the first one is the adversary selection. The second one, mobile cross-sorting, is more handled because it's after an employee. And now we talk about strong adversary selection and moral hazard. So for cognitive radio, I will know that, okay, they try to borrow the spectrum from the prime user, and then the second user try to utilize this kind of a network. Cognitive radio network try to utilize the spectrum obtained by this prime user to do the service. And then how could we do that? So basic story that, okay, it's like buying a house or a car. So for cognitive radio network, they have the down payment to the prime user. I want to buy this spectrum to do the business. This is adversary selection because the prime user, because this is before the employee. The prime user does not know the cognitive radio network. And then, so this is a kind of adversary selection. On the other hand, after releasing to the spectrum to the cognitive radio network, they want to, this cognitive radio try to kind of utilize this one and give the payment back to the prime user. So each month, how much you need to pay me back. And then this is a kind of a moral hazard problem because this is already after the contract, the prime user will try to kind of make sure that the second user is working. So this is look like a venture capital. So in California, or if you go to Shenzhen, if you go to any Starbucks coffee shop, you will see that, okay, there's a venture capital guy interview with the other. So what is your idea? And then basically this is a step one. So basically this venture capital want to give you the money, and then you want to, they want to make sure that okay, your idea can make money, and then this is adversary selection. And after they give you the money, every week you have to you have to report. Those venture capital people are extremely bad people. They are evil. They want to squeeze every blood out of you. So basically, that is very, very, very bad. And also, okay, because venture capital have some kind of, a different round. And then the first round, they say, okay, you have maybe 50% of the stock. And after the first round money burning out, they continue to give you, if they think they still can make money, they continue to give you the different amount of money to get this kind of, to continue to give you the money to make sure that your company can survive to make money so that they can make money. But when you give the second round, your previous stock option, 50% become 20%, and the third round, 5%, until finally you earn nothing. So you work freely for venture capital. This is what happens in one of my colleague. He almost reaching to his retirement age. And after getting tenure, he started their own company, and his company is successful, but he don't earn money because his initial stock option is already kind of diluted by the rounds of venture capital. So finally, his company is success, but he is nothing. Yeah, so basically, sorry. So pay attention. So how you can overcome such problem? There are some other sources, like National Science Foundation. They have SBIR or STR. So basically, they give 2 rounds of this more money to start this one. They don't need to, not like venture capital, they want to squeeze everything you want. And then currently we are applying to the second round of venture capital, second round of SBR. So after the second round, you already have your prototype to make the money. And the National Science Foundation want to have such kind of funding, such that they can boom this small business. And then after you get this kind of small prototype based on the National Science Foundation money, you can talk with the venture capital. Then, because it's very close to the marketing, maybe 1 round or 2 rounds of venture capital, your idea is already can make money. Your company already kind of can go success. So by doing that, your stock and your stock in your hand is still high percentage. Then you still can make money. So this is a kind of a way to do that. Okay, just let you know about this one. Okay, so basically this is a kind of how they do it. And so adverse selection, we formulate the problem as the prime user cannot distinguish whether or not the second user will generate the revenue. And then moral hazard is the prime user cannot observe how much effort the second user want to put into the revenue. And here we have system model. We have the revenue realization, and then the second user has a different type, and then they have the operation cost. And for adverse selection, they try to get a different payoff of higher type and lower type. And then for the payoff for the prime user, they have the different type averaged together. And also they put the moral hazard together. And finally, we get the performance loft, a joint consideration. And we say that, okay, we are kind of performance in the middle. Anyway, so basically this is a kind of an example of a joint one. And the theory is that, okay, we talk about this contract theory to overcome the asymmetric information. So specifically, we concentrate on this kind of before your employee, adverse selection, after employee, moral hazard. And there are, as far as I know, there are 2 or 3 more types. But after discussion with my students, they say that the situation that it can fit into is very limited. But I suggest you, if you work on this one, you also study the other 2 or 3 types. And then they have this static, repeated, or the multi-dimensional one. and they have different application, and it can be applied to many different situation. And recently, contract theory is a very hot topic, and as I mentioned, okay, it doesn't change your problem formulation too much. You just add two more constraints: individual rationality and incentive compatible, such as you can overcome such a kind of asymmetrical information problem. And pay attention, when you have an asymmetrical information problem, you think about contract theory. So basically, this is today's class. And any question? So if not,
so far we have a lot of advantages of using point out some of
disadvantage. Okay, the contract theory, the advantage is that okay, the advantage is that okay, we overcome this asymmetric information. The disadvantage is that because you add IR and IC constraint, your performance gets lost. So basically, even though that okay, somebody wants to devote himself to the country, to the human being, and you don't trust him. Okay, you think he is as me. Okay, everything is rational or money driven, and then you waste your resources. Right? So basically, you have performance loss due to this. You really don't trust everybody. Okay, so you have.
So from my understanding, if we use contractility, then everything is designed and optimized by the firm, right? He design everything so that he just gives the contract. So
No, it's not. For adversary selection, yes, you have to design for that. And also for adversary selection, you need to, there's a difficulty there. Challenge here. How much percentage I should know that this guy is high competent? How much percentage is low? It's beta, you have no idea about it. If you estimate it wrong, then it's wrong. So basically, how can you define it? How can you find it? This is another disadvantage for that. But on the other hand, from this kind of moral hazard, from the employee point of view, I just designed the initial salary and how I encourage for the bonus. If you write in one paper, how much salary increase to you? 2 paper, how much I give? I only design for that. And I don't design for your effort. Right? Your effort is you look at my contract and then you design you design effort. So it's still a game. So I'm not controlling you. So that's a good thing because just like me, okay, I don't want to force my student to work. We all grow up, but I want to design a contract such that okay, the student work effort is and my interests are aligned together, so that you work for your PhD and you not work for me. As a matter of fact, you are still working for your PhD, but your PhD direction is the same as mine, and vice versa. So this is a basic contract theory. Any other question? And tomorrow, let's talk about learning. And the learning and how much learning can put into a game. The learning part is related to a game, but not quite within the game. So tomorrow I will talk a lot of different learning scenarios. But tomorrow is also a buffet. I have many different types of learning solutions. And then I just give you an overview about different types. And then which one fits you, you have your own judgment. Okay, so talk to you tomorrow. But tomorrow the class is 2:30. Okay, 2:30.